Peter Clough was basically occupational and sports exercise psychologist.
Hmm.
Okay, he was from the Manchester Metropolitan University, and he did a lot of research in UK, and he's recognized, by the way, as a leader in mental toughness development and research.
Hmm.
University of Hull actually published his research, if I'm not wrong. So he developed this framework according to which he said there are four elements that decide or differentiate between a mentally tough person and a mentally weak person.
Hmm.
Okay, the first element, and he calls them four C's. The first element is commitment.
Okay.
Commitment, he also describes as stickability. Stickability is like glue.
Hmm.
If your glue is strong, I mean, I had put a camera in my car, for the front camera, and the double tape they had put, the guy said, is very, very strong. Your glass will break, this double tape will never break, never come off, and here you go. After 2 months, the tape is gone. The glueability is finished. The stickability is finished.
Hmm.
So if you really, really committed, means that you are sticking to your target, your goal. For example, if you have a target that I want to go to XYZ university to study, and you are not committed to it, you will never be able to reach that.
Okay.
So commitment is very, very, very important element. And when you reach this element, by the way, this is also an ability of an individual. If I call commitment as a definition, who can ability of an individual to carry out tasks successfully, deliver his goals, regardless of whatever difficulties come in the way.
Okay.
Okay, so he will never, it's like an eagle. Eagle flies against the wind.
Hmm.
So no matter how high the wind is, the higher the intensity of the wind, the higher the eagle flies,
Flies.
right? So it's exactly the same concept.
Hmm.
Now, there are two types of behaviors attached to commitment. One is high level behavior,
Hmm.
which means you can translate. First of all, you know what kind of goals you need to make, your clear goals. Then you know how to translate those goals into success
Okay.
by action, and you plan to attain those goals. Okay, then you also work hard, and you are stickable, you're going for it, you don't give up.
Hmm.
Okay, you're persistent, you're consistent. And then you know that if you get multiple tasks, if you get multiple blockages in the middle while you're going to go for that goal, you know how to handle each of them. That could be emotional, that could be financial, that could be, I don't know, resistance, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it doesn't matter. That is the high high level of that behavior. Okay, the low level is, you first of all don't set your goals. And you see, the difference between a good athlete or a good leader is, and the other ones is the poor. I read one the statement, and I always say that those who do not plan, they plan to fail.
बिल्कुल.
So why not to then plan for a success?
Mhm.
So if you're not committed, you will have no goals, you will avoid them,
Hmm.
you will have no targets, you don't know what to do, you will be lost.
Hmm.
Okay, people, oh, you know what, I have a lot of players come to me and say, I have a bad patch going on, because during that bad patch, they did not, first of all, when they were making good patch goals, they did not decide what would happen if I am not able to perform one day.
Hmm.
And when that day came, they got into panic mode. Now they are not planning how to come out of it.
Hmm.
Whereas all resources they need to bring a change within them are only within them.
Hmm.
Okay, so they are, for them, when people have a negative, or I would not say negative, I said low belief system towards commitment, they are not sure what kind of deliveries they have to give. So they will say, okay, I'll go and play and see what happens. No,
Hmm.
I'll go, I'll score, and I'll win.
Okay.
It's clear goal.
Hmm.
Okay, then they have a lot of distractions. For example, if they have to a goal to play for their country, they will, no matter what happens. I quote the example of Sidhu. When Sidhu was, literally thrown out of the team, he had that goal. I want to come back. I'll become the best. And that the editor, the journalist who wrote about him, an article in a newspaper, I think in Khalij Times. That's what he mentions in his talks. Some Mr. Bala wrote about him, one stroke wonder, that he just hit one time and he became a wonder and he came in the team or whatever. So Sidhu decided, I need to come back and I need to prove everybody wrong. And for 2 years, he said, I did not see any function, any meeting, anything in my family. 200 shots every day I used to hit. He said my hands used to bleed. Okay. And when he came back, played for India, he played, he made India win that series. And the same article, the same journalist in the same newspaper wrote, from one stroke wonder to the most wonderful player. So that is the difference between a committed person and a non-committed person. Okay, so if the first C of the four C's is commitment.
So basically, the commitment is no matter what happens, come
No
back.
matter what happens, I am going to do it because I know I can. And all resources I need to do it are Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already blessed me with them. They're all inside me.
Yes.
God has given me those resources. I don't need to borrow it from anybody. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, sometimes people misunderstand this thing and say, okay, that means if there's everything is in me, then why do I need? What does God bring in? Baba, God has given you that. So you need to be thankful to Him, and you need to be thankful to yourself. By the way, if you are not thankful to yourself, you cannot thank anybody else.